Ladies and gentlemen, crypto gaming is taking off. Trend-setting Team Liquid, many different companies looking into Web3. Crypto gaming is at the forefront in terms of use cases for the cryptocurrency industry. Today we're going to be looking at my favorite part of it, mobile crypto gaming, that I think people are still sleeping on. We're going to be touching base on the top 10 that I've gone ahead and overviewed. Of course, this is not in order, just showcasing some awesome crypto games for the month of November to December. Some of these are launching, some of these are already out, so stay tuned and let's get into it. By the way, right before, big shout out to everybody subscribing to the channel lately. The growth has been insane and of course just motivates me to continue covering content and more. So subscribe if you haven't already and let's get into it. So this is WAGMI Defense, the first game I wanted to showcase. This is a game that's currently being built out on Immutable X. It's a tower defense game, has a bunch of veterans in the industry. If you don't like how it looks, perfectly fine because they're actually going to be upgrading a lot of the assets on this game. This has huge partners as well as advisors such as Alex Becker, which recently ended up joining the team. So it's got the big powerhouse players that you're expecting within crypto gaming. It's got people like the Chief Operating Officer, Brent, which is a gaming industry veteran with over 30 years of experience. Scott Herman, which, this is the guy in terms of influencers that just knows what he's doing. WAGMI Defense has a token called WAGMI Games, $43 million market cap, almost reaching all-time highs. In terms of utility, it's got in-game purchases, governance, and exclusive tournaments. They keep it short and sweet, and that's what I love about WAGMI. Next game is Champions Arena. Champions Arena is a game a lot like Summoner's War, where you go ahead, get 4 heroes, battle an arena, and battle it out for glory. There is an arena system which you can actually earn on, and you earn Gala tokens, by the way, for the people wanting to earn Gala. This is that place to go ahead and earn it. It's based off the distribution of earnings over the period of days, sales, etc. The way to earn is through the NFTs. The NFTs are the only things that can earn. You could do arena battles to get scrolls to mint more NFTs, and that's kind of the cycle for Champions Arena. The next game is Eternal Paradox, also launching very soon. This one launches December 5th, 2023. So if you want to get in something very early, this is going to be that one. A 4X turn-based RPG game developed by Endream. Endream is a Korean-based studio that knows what they're doing because this game is fire. Lords Mobile is one of the top, if not the top 4X grand strategy game on mobile right now. This, debatably speaking, looks better than Lords Mobile. So I'm very excited for this game releasing. You've got land NFTs, which you can go ahead and get into, get resources, get silver points, go ahead and conquer the arenas, as well as getting plots that will earn you Gala. So there's a lot of things to look into this one. This is also a Gala exclusive token release, which I'm always excited for those, and that's Eternal Paradox. Next one is Mighty Action Heroes, which, by the way, big shout out to Goatfather, which has got his eyes all crazy, which I'm covering from the screen. This is a battle royale game. As you can see, 20 people are in this game specifically. I played it before. I'm not sure if there were bots or humans or whatever it was, but I did have a pretty good time playing it. Mighty Action Heroes right now has a Mighty Nat. It's gone ahead and minted 2 collections, the first one being Big Bear Syndicate, which from what I've researched is just a PFP collection, and the Mighty Net Genesis Pass, which is something that gives you quite a bit of utility. It gives you early access to all games, access to the first in-game NFT drops, exclusive in-game items, as well as locking rewards for long-term holders. This game has raised $10 million back in July 26th of 2022, and also has a marketplace, which is the main use case for Web3. Next game is MIR4. Now, MIR4 has 5 million downloads. This is something no one talks about. If you're watching this, Daniel, I'm finally talking about it. MIR4 has 5 million downloads and has been doing crazy stuff. In the Southeast Asia community, this is talked about a lot. It has several components. It's got a Hydra token, which is a synthetic token, which is tied to Draco. Super complicated, but Draco is the world's first token of commercially successful online games. So you could go ahead, earn it in the game from this resource called Dark Steel. Once you get the Draco, go ahead, convert it into Hydra, or whatever the heck you want to cover it, and that's pretty much how the economy works. You could sell items, earn money. That's MIR4, and a big game in the industry that doesn't get talked about enough. The next one is Blast Royale. which, if you can tell from the name, is also a mobile battle royale game. Looks a tiny bit like Mighty Action Heroes, if you can go ahead and see it, but this one is doing things a little bit differently. I mean, you can see kind of the battles and people killing each other and having a bunch of fun and things like that. Blast Royale is apparently the next generation of battle royale gaming. You could go ahead and go onto their marketplace, buy items. There is a Blast token, which seems like it hasn't come out just yet, but it is an ERC20 token that will be used to perform many actions within the Blast Royale metaverse. Equipment purchases, sales, replication, crafting, upgrading, repairing. It's going to have a secondary token called Craft Spice, and a functionality like staking may be introduced to provide more use cases for holders. So there's that game. We got Army of Tactics, which, by the way, Army of Fortune just had their whitelist mint, and they skyrocketed in price. So a lot of people are looking forward to this game specifically. This one's got Clash of Clans early team members on it, so people are really, really hyping this one up. But if you can see the gameplay, it's got a bit of a strategic element to it, where you place troops in specific places and go ahead and battle it out. You go ahead and gain cards, etc. So it gives you the whole Clash Royale vibe, as well as the Clash of Clans vibe, which I really like. I think it's a wonderful, method of gameplay. I think Clash Royale was an extremely successful game. This is doing it just a little bit different, and just a little bit different is really all you need to be able to buy things in game, sell cards, etc. Trading card games are one of the main narratives in crypto gaming, and something that I think will continue to be a main narrative. Something to keep in mind, though, is there is a fake AFC token, so be careful out there. Don't get into the AFC token right now. They've got a founder's key, which gives you a bunch of different things. I believe it also gives you an airdrop of their AFC token when it actually comes out. So there's always that one to look forward to. Next one, NFL Rivals. NFL Rivals has a lot of downloads. I think 1 million downloads or something like that at this point. This is a sports game. I mean, you could literally see it, right? It's got NFL branding all over it with different teams, etc., etc. This game, it reminds me a lot of NFL Blitz back in the day. A lot of people enjoyed that game, so clearly there's an audience for that. In terms of the Web3 component, you can go onto their marketplace, NFL Rivals, and go ahead and buy things. The fees are pretty ludicrous, I'm not going to lie. They also have a Mythos token, which, it's doing things, I guess. It's going down or whatever it's doing. But it does have that. It's an interoperable native utility token used to decentralize efforts. Mythical Games is the first to adopt the token and use the token on its Mythical marketplace. Next game is a legacy game. This is an old game. It's called Gods Unchained, and they do not have a mobile game released just yet, but they recently entered Epic Games and are planning on releasing a mobile game extension. Gods Unchained is a lot like Hearthstone. It's a trading card game. You could buy and sell cards on their marketplace on Immutable X. Immutable X is one of the gaming ecosystems I am most excited for, and that's why I think there's going to be a resurgence in Gods Unchained. I think Gods Unchained also has a community that is filled with a lot of regular traditional gamers that are really just looking to have fun. If you think about what Gods Unchained is doing, it reminds you a lot of Magic the Gathering. And they've got some Magic the Gathering talent over there. And that's why I'm so excited for Gods Unchained even to this day. I don't think this is a bad game. I think it just doesn't really get enough attention these days. They've got a token. The token is used within the economy to enrich the play-to-earn loop. They go ahead, you can craft new NFTs, making game purchases, and you could champion user input via governance voting. Gods will also be distributed as a reward through quest, matches, active staking, rewarding players for staking their tokens while incentivizing them to play more. And that's Gods Unchained. Next one is Compete. Now, Compete is a battle royale game that is also a kart racing game, that is also a social deduction game, that is also a basketball game. AKA, it's pretty much an all-in-one multiplayer game, which is where they're going with the marketing. The game reminds me a lot of those more popular games on mobile where you would just have a ton of like crazy gameplay going super fast all over the place. The graphics aren't incredible, but to be honest, for mobile, that makes a lot of sense. You don't want incredible graphics because then you're just not going to be able to actually run the game. So Compete has a token. From what I've gathered, the Compete token is pretty much just used in the game. Compete will be the currency used by players to facilitate all transactions on the Bazaar marketplace. And so that's your TLDR of a bunch of crypto games that are on mobile that I'm super excited for. I didn't want to waste a lot of your time. This is a blitz through in less than 10 minutes. If you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe. If I missed your game, yell at me in the comments section. Until the next time, stay classy. And that's all.